to TBW Advisors LLC's YouTube channel. We have had the amazing fortune of so many new subscribers. I thought I would introduce the channel and myself to y'all. My name is Dr. Doreen Galli. I'm the Chief of Research at TBW Advisors LLC. I have 6 degrees and 9 patents. So I have a triple major bachelor's from College, a master's and doctorate in computer science from the University of Waterloo up in Canada, in Ontario. Actually, we had, I think, a 2% acceptance rate when I went there to do my graduate work. They were the only university in the top 5 in North America for the Putnam International Mathematics Competition and the ACM Computer Science Competition. No one else was in the top 10 in North America at the time, so it was very exciting to get in. There were so many people there, though. It was great. My first executive role was at IBM when it was a Global Fortune 10 at the age of 33. I ran the Innovation Center. So between US Web CKS and IBM Innovation Centers, in the dot-com era, high 90 percentage of all companies got in line through my teams. That was a long time ago. During my graduate work, my postdoc at IBM and University of Western Ontario, I was the architect for the proof of concept for WebSphere, where I had the privilege of working with Avi Silberschatz, who wrote the OS book that most people with a computer science degree studied operating systems with. I worked with Paul Larson, the father of SQL. He was the chair at University of Waterloo at the time. And Wahimimi and Tobatori, you might remember them from X500 and directory services. They were the ones that were behind their design and such. So I got to really work with some great giants. It was fantastic. I was CIO and CTO at Deutsche Post WorldNet before the age of 40. So Deutsche Post had bought a whole bunch of companies, 9 companies in the mail division, Dropship, I don't remember them all. And we had to integrate them into one functioning company. So that was kind of exciting. I got that done efficiently, and they moved everything over to Germany. So that's when I met the folks over at Dell. It was right after Randy Mott had left, and they had a vacuum of talent. And Egon Zender said, hey, you need Doreen. And evidently, Michael had a vision that he could understand everything that was going on in his manufacturing supply chain processes on his BlackBerry at the time. And I have a reputation for going in and solving things that should be doable, but no one knows how to get them done and getting them done. So they brought me in, and in less than 18 months, Michael had full clarity on his BlackBerry with the full supply chain manufacturing and all the data for all regions. And we also shut down hundreds and hundreds of customer supported systems, or what IT calls customer supported systems. That's when someone in the business or in operations just buys technology and deploys it, but it doesn't go through the official channels, which means it may not be compliant. The data's not feeding into the warehouse and the data lakes or any of that sort of thing. All kinds of fun stuff. I was an executive at AT&T in the system integrator segment. So I represented the entire portfolio of AT&T to all the system integrator segment. We added $1 billion onto the pipeline, mostly because we weren't selling through. They were selling to and not through. And I showed everyone how they can make more money by including AT&T's capabilities into their solutions. So that was a lot of fun, including helping a friend who was busy as their company was splitting into the consumer and the enterprise edition. Lots of fun stuff. I've been an analyst since 17. I was trained at one of the big firms. However, I found out, hi, Andrew, how are you? But yeah, I was trained in press from one of the big firms. But the problem was there weren't engineers. They were English majors, which is great because we wrote a lot, but they had no context, like the large language models. I mean, if you haven't deployed a system, if you haven't designed a system, if you haven't led a team, if you haven't run through an incident, if you haven't recovered a system, if you haven't actually done any of that, then how are you giving advice or talking about technology? I don't know. I thought it was funny because Stephen A. Smith talks about being the highest paid sports analyst who never was a pro athlete. And I'd like you to ask the next time you're getting advice from someone what they actually did in technology. Because if you haven't, Oh, I'm sorry. The stream's not coming on your end very good. It seems to be doing okay on this end. So hopefully, it'll come across on your end better. Sorry about that, Brady. Uh, yeah, hopefully this will be coming clear. I don't know why we're not having a good connection. Hopefully we should be. But yeah, so I'm an engineer. I live here in Vegas, and so we get to cover a lot of shows. Right now we have a press pass in hand for Manifest next week. So if you like supply chain and logistics, we will be covering supply chain and logistics next week at Manifest. It's going to be exciting. That's where we research the how do you manage supply chain costs in the face of tariffs. We researched that at that conference last year. So we're very excited to return. This is where we started our Whisper Reports. So that's going to be next week. Remember, if you like to see the videos hot off the press, they go straight into the Whispers. So Whispers is like a cup of coffee a week, a cup of coffee a month. It's $2.99, and then you get to see all the videos hot off the press, and you see the Whisper Reports before they go public. You add on 2 more cups of coffee, you get into the Whisper Club, and you get a brand new video every week. That's right, every week, a brand new Whisper Report. And so the Whisper Reports that are already in the Whisper Club, this is like 3 cups of coffee, is $12.99 a month instead of $30,000 a year at Gartner or Forrester or IDC, so pretty good deal. And it's actually researched on site at the events here in Vegas. You realized you can't fly? Well, I hope you didn't realize it while you were attempting to. You can always watch our coverage of the Commercial UAV Expo, and you can fly virtually through the drones. There you go. But the reports we have existing in the Whisper Club is how we can build and maintain consumer trust in fintech solutions, how we can ensure compliance with new and evolving security regulations. How can you defend against AI-powered attacks? If you want to know the biggest UAV threat the chief information officers aren't ready for, or how drones change enterprise data strategy, that's also in the Whisper Club. That's at $12.99 a month. The biggest AI risk in HR that no one talks about, I love that report. It's in the Whisper Club, $12.99 a month. One casino innovation you wish existed today, that's fun. It's in the Whisper Club. That was researched at G2E. What about the biggest 5G myth that leaders still believe? It's in the Whisper Club. The biggest supply chain risk that CIOs ignore, or the biggest fintech risk that CIOs are underestimating. Those are in the Whisper Club at $12.99 a month. And we have more coming, but there's still more there. The next data breach that an industry isn't ready to handle. What about the tech blind spot that was solved at aftermarket innovation? It's in the Whisper Club. Hot off the press, researched at CES. We also have, where's question 5? Here we go. Question 5. Which IoT innovation will redefine smart living in 2026? That's right. That is live in the Whisper Club, even though we just researched it at CES. We also have coming shortly. So we just dropped this week the IoT innovation that's going to redefine smart living. And the Whisper Club, Whisper Report, how should CTOs rethink org design with Gen AI? So you definitely want to look into that. AI is affecting our organizations, our structures. It's affecting everything. So you definitely want to read that report. It's quite good, actually. I like it a lot. The ones that I had just finished recording some videos for future production. I know on live shots I usually don't have makeup on, but it's true. I was recording today, so I have my makeup on. But the ones we just finished recording, how should CTOs rethink org design with Gen AI? How can AI and behavioral analytics enhance identity security? What about how AI will change warehouse architecture? How Gen AI will reshape enterprise finance operations? What about the Whisper Report? What are the best practices for integrating AI and machine learning into our security systems? That was researched at ISC West, so that's cyber physical security. Can't wait, we'll be there again. That's kind of one of those areas to where if you think about the technology for going to search for a lost child or something like that, it gets very exciting. However, it has the dark side to that technology too, because it's also used for surveillance tech. So Just remember that. So you can look at it with the other eye, but I try to think of the positive use cases because the other ones are pretty scary. What AI breakthrough will transform patient care next? That was researched at CES. That's going to be going live into the Whisper Club. Um, yeah, no, I actually only drink water and I prefer hot water. So yeah, the only beverage I consume is water. So really nice with that. Whisper report, what mobile tech will blindside CIOs next? So many of you might also like to have to understand where to find all the videos. If you look, there's 11,000 videos on their channel. Like, Doreen, where are they? When you watch, especially any of the conference whispers, so you see conference whisper, and I haven't put it on, it will be going into unlisted mode next week, but it's still listed right now. But when conference whispers, CES 2026 goes unlisted, and you're like, okay, I see the video in your conference whispers playlist, but Doreen, where's all of these videos? Go to the end screen, look in the description, and in the pinned comments. There you'll find the playlist with the 130 something videos, however it was, there wasn't that. So most of the conference whispers have anywhere between 30 and 150 videos behind them. And so that's where you can find them. In addition, everything I'm speaking about, as you know, in the conference whispers, you'll see the videos playing in the background that I'm speaking about. If you go to the description, you'll see the link to the actual publication. In the publication for the conference whispers, you'll see it written out in long form. And when I go over that part of technology, they'll see the link straight to the video where it is whoever is I'm talking about. You will see them at their booth talking about their product. And I always encourage them to tell me who you are, what you do, what's different and unique. I want to know when to deploy your tech. Furthermore, I want you to tell me the detail in your tech that if I was sitting here about to sign a contract with your competitor, I want you to tell me what's so earth-shattering that I'm not going to sign it and I'm going to go call you instead. So if you really want to know what any of the tech does in the enterprise tech world, I really try to get the people behind the booths to really tell you what makes their tech special. And sometimes I'll talk to them ahead of time too before, but it's really about catching what makes that tech special. Remember, on site, they now are getting loaded straight into the whispers. So if you're like, hey, Doreen, we appreciate these whisper reports. Let me buy you a cup of coffee. You can buy me a virtual cup of coffee by joining the whispers, the first level of our club membership on YouTube. It's buying me a virtual cup of coffee saying thank you. We appreciate all your hard work at all these events. When we go to these events, my aim really is to find the coolest technology that I put on my hat when I was a CIO, when I was a CTO, when I was head of engineering, when I was trying to prevent fraud, when I was trying to get my logistics tech to work. What would I want to know about? So we're not paying for play, right? All the videos, the things I see, the things I talk about, they're things that I'm like, ooh, that might be good to know. In addition, we research all the whisper reports that are in the Whisper Club, the second level of our paid membership. We research those on site. So if you ever wondered if you can go to these events and find out what you need to have answered, I think I proved that over and over again. But when we go there, when we need to answer those questions, it also helps me focus in on the types of questions and technology that people are interested in. So I know to look for the vendors that play in that space because they're the ones that have the answer. So for example, an obvious example, when I was researching, what do you wish would happen when you go deploy robots in an organization? You walk up to Universal Robots and say, hey, what mistake are they making? And off the top of their head, they all immediately know. They're like, you know what? IT is nowhere to be found. The operation engineers are like, yeah, this is great. Come give us your robots. And we go to the meeting and they had no one from IT there. And all I know is after deploying a lot of robots into a lot of organizations, that's a sure sign you're going to fail. So that's what we do, is we go and find the engineers, the experts, the people that are doing this over and over and over again. We get them to answer the questions that everyone wants to know in that exact enterprise tech set. The Conference Whispers go immediately out to the channel. As soon as it's published, the Whisper Reports go to the Whisper Club first. So if you're in the Whispers and you want to really support me, you get 2 more cups of coffee every month at $12.99 to the full Whisper Club. And then you have access to all those private Whisper Report videos. So everything that's published and goes out to clients has its video edition sitting in the Whisper Club so that anyone can just pop in and check it out. So I really do hope you'll join me. We appreciate all the new subscribers. We hope you enjoy our content, and I hope now that you will know how to find the content in the description, in the end screen, and pinned in the comments, you'll find the playlist for the entire Conference Whispers. In the description for all the Whisper Reports, you will see the playlist for the Conference Whisper for where it was researched, as well as its sister and brothers and sister neighboring Whisper Reports. I don't tend to have a lot of subscribers on at this time of day, so I was hoping I could find some more engineers who might also like some enterprise tech and some cybersecurity and some fintech and some health tech. We really love that performance sensitive, compliance sensitive technology. The one with all the constraints. It's like put every constraint on the application you can and then still try to get it done and see if you can perform it. That always makes it fun. But we got some great questions coming forth in the Whisper Club. So these are not published yet, but they're coming in the next few weeks. So remember, that's 3 cups of coffee a month. Patriots or Seahawks? Now there's a great question. Patriots or Seahawks? I live in Las Vegas, and there's a rumor that one of our owners really wants to get the Seahawks offensive coach as our coach for the Raiders. So I guess I'm going to have to go Seahawks, right? Because if he's coming to Vegas, isn't he kind of like a Raider already? I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Seahawks. Although it would be interesting to see the Patriots win their first one without Tom, wouldn't it? Hey, is it Wayner? Hey, Wayner, I apologize. I don't have my glasses on. So, hey, where are you dialing in from? I'm in Henderson, Las Vegas. So I'm actually right between where the Raiders headquarters are and where the Silver Knights play, the minor league hockey team. I'm right dab in the middle. So I can get to Mandalay Bay in 10 minutes and the Las Vegas Visitor and Convention Center, Las Vegas Convention Center in about 20 minutes. Unless there's a lot of traffic, then it could be like 45 if you're caught in the morning traffic. So who are you cheering for in the Super Bowl? Are you Patriots or Seahawks? You didn't say. Emil, you didn't say who you're cheering for. Oh, come on. Anyway, I do hope to see you all in the club. If you love computers, if you love tech, if you're a curious person, I am right here in Vegas. So one of the best parts is I have like a content machine going with all these events here in Vegas. It's fantastic. Coming up, we have some exciting events. So we have Manifest next week. Then we have Con Expo. So that has some construction and agricultural and mining equipment, a lot of edge technology, a lot of sensor data. There should be some drones, lots of big machines. So if you like lots of big machines, coming to you March 3rd to the 7th. As a matter of fact, we are the only city with a convention center whose floors are strong enough. I actually don't use Siri at all. I find Siri very useless, but someday, hopefully, the phone will get smart again. I covered some tech on that at CES. You'll have to go check out our CES coverage. We'll have Con Expo on March 3rd to the 7th. We have HIMSS, Healthcare Technology, March 9th through the 12th. ISC West, March 22nd to the 26th. and the NAB show coming up in April. It's going to be fantastic. The other thing I wanted to make sure you know is, did you know you can catch me every week on Computer Talk Radio? That's right. I have a segment on Computer Talk Radio every week. Look us up wherever you get yours, or tune in on the radio if we are where you are broadcast. Green is my favorite color. Thank you. And green and purple, admittedly. It goes up and back between the two. So I love green and purple. Purple is my business color, and green because of my eyes. Absolutely. So, where were we? I apologize. I was busy recording all of those videos this morning, so that was kind of fun. But we got some great whisper reports coming to the club. So I encourage you, if you are a technical professional, someone around IT, if you report to the CIO, CTO, director of IT, or director of product engineering or software engineering, if you have any of those titles or report to any of those titles, you definitely want to make sure you subscribe. As you're watching stuff, let me know what you're thinking. If you see a whisper report, it asks a question in its title. That's an invitation for you to chime in. What do you think? Do you think they got the right top cybersecurity miss? Do you think that they captured the right IoT innovation to define smart living? If you agree or disagree, go ahead and chime in. If you really find yourself loving the whisper reports and you love how they stimulate your thought process and you love the fact that we actually get direct quotes from working professionals in engineering and executives and CTOs and founders and their investors in the whisper reports, and it's very much not large language model, it's very much expert driven, then go ahead and join the Whisper Club. For 3 cups of coffee a month, $12.99, you get a new whisper report every week, and you're supporting our channel so we can keep going to all these events and getting all of you this great content. As I mentioned, I contribute every week to Computer Talk Radio. A heads up, there'll be some, we're cleaning up some shows because we're moving to a new distribution system. Won't say anything about it yet. But so I'll have an 8-minute one on this weekend. Next weekend's edition will be covering from Manifest. So that's going to be fantastic. And then, of course, the following week, there's a retro show that hadn't been aired that's going to be airing. So I won't be on that week. But every other week you can catch me, and you can catch me in all the previous episodes. If you happen to be in the area, the cities where it's broadcast, or computertalkradio.com, or iHeartRadio. That's right. You can find Doreen Galli on Computer Talk Radio and iHeartRadio. So if you haven't had a chance to check out their radio show, please do. Sometimes they'll give you a sneak peek about the whisper reports, including the ones that are only published and available to clients and Whisper Club tier level members. That's right. If you want to get the Whisper Clubs, you need to join the second level tier in our members area, and I would really appreciate that. You not only, when you join, you get a special badge. So if you were a member and you were chatting right now, I'd be able to recognize you. I'd see your special badge saying that you're a member. Then I'm like, oh, hey, you're a member. I'm so glad. And you caught one of our live streams. Wouldn't that be great? So absolutely. So join the membership. It's like a cup of coffee a month. So if you're like, hey, this is great stuff, I'd love to buy Doreen a cup of coffee, go ahead and join our member area. We have lots of exclusive information in there. You get a sneak peek of whisper reports before they go public. You get a sneak peek of many of the shorts before they go public. You see all the videos loaded on site before they go public. And the best part is when you add 2 more cups of coffee and you go to the Whisper Club tier, you get a new whisper report every week. That's right, a brand new whisper report every week. And many of these are exclusive and may not go public ever or for a really, really long time. So definitely want to join the Whisper Club. You get fresh emojis as well. So if you're seen any of the videos and you're a club, you bought me a cup of coffee and you joined the club, you want to try it for a month, it's definitely worth it. Then you get to check out some cool emojis. We got custom emojis for you to use. Then you can say, wow, this is a great find, or this is really cool. You can comment on the videos with custom emojis, custom to TBW Advisors channel that only members get access to. That's right, custom emojis and member badges for members at TBW Advisors YouTube channel. Be sure to become a member. We appreciate you. It's your way of supporting our channel. We're very excited to welcome all our new subscribers. It's very exciting. I don't know how many of you caught when we were covering CES Live. I think many of you did, but we're definitely very excited. We will be at Manifest next week. Last year at Manifest, there was this technology where you could load a semi-truck in 5 minutes. Yeah, could you believe that? Yeah, they had the technology. You can load and unload a semi-truck in 5 minutes. So there should be a whole bunch of great technology there. Oh, it's so funny. Have you ever heard the joke about assuming? The first 3 letters. What it makes out of everyone involved in the assumption. So it's always good not to assume. But yeah, so be sure to check us out on Computer Talk Radio and enjoy our channel. Thank you for all those that have subscribed. Thank you to all those that have liked our videos and shared our videos and watched them. We hope you are getting a lot of great value from them. Don't be afraid to give us a shout out and tell us what you think of the videos. It really means a lot when you engage with them. And even better, I hope to see you in the club. We have the Whisper Club now set up, so if you're like, wow, this is great, there's all of this information available. I can't believe you went to 20 events last year and got that for all of us. So, you know, if you'd like to say thank you and buy a cup of coffee, by all means, go in the Whisper Club, Whisper members. Whispers is 1 cup of coffee. The Whisper Club is like 3 cups of coffee, but you also get a Whisper report every week. We appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Signing off from sunny Las Vegas. Take care, everybody.